Hey everyone, this is going to be my second AMA for AMA, Ask Me Anything, or whatever I decide to call it, for Rap Genius or Genius.com, whatever they want to call it. The first one went pretty well, it was pretty fun. And then people requested me to do a second one, and I decided, yeah, why not? It's been a while, been some months. Um, so as always, oh yeah, also, I started recording it, and then I messed up with the sound. It wasn't getting recorded because of some problems in the actual settings and whatnot. Don't know how it happened, but went back, fixed it. It's all good now. So I was already like halfway done by the time I noticed it, which is really upsetting. I'm really bothered by it and some other things. But anyways, so the first question and the first few questions and a lot of the questions here actually are from Odell Beckham III, aka Young Toronto. First question is, if you were to play a sport professionally, which one would it be? And for that, I'd have to say, out of like the athletic sports and all that stuff that's typical, I'd say basketball for sure. But it depends on what you consider a sport. Second question, which record label or rap group do you wish you were a part of? Now, that question is a little more difficult because I'm not even sure. Probably an indie label, something like Visionary Music Group. I've seen what they done with Logic, and it seems to be working pretty well. Or something like TDE, Top Dog Entertainment. They have one of my favorite artists, Absol. Um, Something like that, probably. As far as rap groups, I can't really think of a rap group I'd want to be a part of because I'd rather be a part of something with friends and people I know, not like just random artists that I listen to or anything like that. It's weird to me. I wouldn't like just input myself into that. Good question, though. Next question, same person. Have you ever been in a fight? Mm, yeah, pretty much. Like we're friends. Like we've actually gotten angry at each other and started hitting each other and all that stuff. Like when I was younger, but not as of late. Like in years. So not recently at all. Next question is by Still Addict. Three Stacks or Big Boy and why Andre? Well, I don't really listen to Outkast much at all, so I guess Andre 3000. I just think he's a pretty interesting character. That's about it. I don't really listen to them much, so I can't really just say I've deciphered both their styles or anything. Next question is once again, and the next question, a few of them are by Young Toronto again, Odell Beckham III, as of right now. You change your username too much, Jay, if you're hearing this. Okay, let's see. What's your album of the year? That should be obvious for people who know me. It's Absol. Do what thou will. It came out like a week ago, as of time of this recording, maybe like a few days ago. But so far, it's my album of the year. I don't think anything's gonna pass it. But a few other candidates would be Rihanna's Anti, YG Still Crazy probably, and Charles Hamilton's album Hamilton Charles. Next question: how do you feel about President Trump? Well, he's not the president yet, but if the things I've heard and read and whatnot are true, then I mean, I don't feel positive about him. But of course, that depends on the validity of all these claims. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that at that. Next question: if you were to be trapped on an abandoned island, which three people would you want to be on that island with? Probably like it depends. If I'm trapped there forever and I can't really get off, I'd probably pick like mm, my former best friend and like two chicks, like or something like that. But if it was like some kind of way, I'd pick like three people who would be most likely to get me off it, like some survivalist or something like that. But yeah, pretty much. Next question: do you like Christmas? If so, what's the best Christmas gift you've ever gotten? No, I don't really like Christmas or most holidays in general because of the materialism and the fact that a lot of them, the whole idea behind them has been lost to society as a whole, or as a majority, and I don't appreciate that. I don't think it's cool, but I will admit that I do love getting gifts. So as far as that question, my best gift has probably been the Sega Dreamcast back when I was like 8, 9, something like that. I remember some good memories. I didn't play many games for it, but the ones I played were great. So that's always gonna be there as one of them. Next question, still from Young Toronto. Name one song from your favorite artist that you think is overrated. Mm, Let me look. I'm trying to find it. It was from this album. I gotta look at the track list real quick. I get like two songs on them like mixed up sometimes, and it's a little annoying. So I'm just gonna look it up. One moment. Um, Probably I Ain't Mad at You from All Eyes on Me. I think that's the one. I just don't really find it very interesting, and people like seem to love that album. It was one of the singles off the album, actually, I believe. Yeah, it wasn't really interesting to me. So, there's that. Next question, still by Young Toronto. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Honestly, that's like a good question, but freaking hopefully alive, man. I don't know. Like, things aren't going too well at all, to be like blunt. Next question, Butterscotch Pie. What, in your opinion, is the most overrated video game of all time? Man, good question. Finally, video game one. Probably Call of Duty or like World of Warcraft or like something like that, pretty much. So many players and everything, and I just don't really know why. I've played a few of the Call of Duty games. Just I don't. I think they are definitely overrated, though. Um, Next question is, and the next like six or so or seven in a row, all by Young Toronto again. What's the last lie you told? I I really am not any sort of a liar, you know. Um, Probably when someone asked me if I'm all right, and I sort of, how are you? And I said okay. I mean, that's the only time I really don't just be honest with people. So yeah, told someone I was good when I was in reality doing pretty damn like bad. So that's the last one I can think of. Have you ever been pulled over by a cop? Yes, once I've been pulled over by a cop while driving, and once I've been pulled over by a cop while walking. But when you say pulled over, I'm just gonna go with the one while I was driving. So yeah, I got pulled over. I was listening to DMX actually, uh, the intro for "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot," which is one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time, and my favorite song by him. I was listening to that, had my windows down, had it up pretty high, and I drove by some cops, and they didn't like that. So one of them pulled me over, said some things. I was a little nervous and also offended by what he said, but everything went all right. So just try to be a little more wary of things now. Next question: what cheers you up? Good question, man. Video games, anime sometimes, talking to people probably number one. I need music also, definitely. Next question: how long have you gone without sleep, and how long have you slept until? Longest I've gone without sleep, probably like a day, 24 hours, something like that. I guess 25, 26, 30 hours around there. When you don't sleep for a while, you get freaking you know. Um, I've gone like 2.5 days only sleeping like for 2 hours out of that time. That's probably the most I can think of with a lot of gaming I was doing. How long have you slept until? Mm, I don't know. My sleeping pattern changes every now and then based on what I'm doing at the moment and a bunch of various circumstances that go into that. So late, like any time basically. Next question: besides yourself, who would you know best? Hmm, Probably my parents, pretty much. Um, oh, no, yeah, once again, Next question, same person. If money is the root of all evil, why do they ask for it in church? Well, the church is evil too, I suppose. It's run by people, and people have a tendency to be evil. They created money, right? So there you go. Next question. What's the best life lesson that someone has given to you? That's a good one, but I really don't know. I don't really. It's probably cliche, but like to be yourself, or probably ones revolving around dealing with people, because that's never been my strong suit. So when it comes to dealing with other interactions and society and whatnot, anything like that, I've tried to take in. If you woke up tomorrow with no fear, what would you do first? Good question. It's one of two things, probably. Um, go into a studio and start recording, because I've always wanted to do that. Um, you know, I like to rap, of course. And the other thing is speak to more people, in particular women, of course. Um, I've always wanted to be more efficient at that and more outgoing, outspoken, and whatnot. This next post is like a whole bunch of random words and questions that I'm just gonna skip over. Don't know which one of these I'm supposed to answer or whatever, and whatnot. Next question. When did you last do something for nothing in return? All the time. I mean, like, that's how I do things usually. I like to help people. Most of the time, I don't really get anything back, so yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't understand what the next post is, but yeah, skip this. And next question is, what risk do you need to take? Risk? What do I need to take? I don't know. I'm not really a risk taker myself, so I don't know. Probably, like I said, going into the studio and recording and just not caring about what people think about the music, or doing more writing and not being worried about people like giving it hate and everything, or things like that. I'm prone to take criticism not the best. It's just the truth. That's no secret. So yeah, something like that probably. Next question is by Wupak. He's asked a few in a row. So, who of all the mediators on RG is most deserving of a demotion? Freaking, like, honestly, the inactive ones, and I've said this on the forums multiple times. It's just the truth. The inactive mediators that have not been doing anything or on the site for like a year now deserve a demotion. I mean, mostly everyone else. Some of them have made some mistakes. Some of them can do better. Give them a chance, in my opinion. You know. Um, so yeah, the inactive ones or the ones. Well, yeah, inactive ones. There we go. Another, of course, by Wupak. Another question: do you prefer pretzels in stick or ribbon form? I don't really like pretzels too much, except for like the There's this one time kind I used to eat them all, like cinnamon pretzels. They were like soft. I kind of like hard pretzels, I like the soft ones that like they're cinnamon, they're sweet and everything, but stick or ribbon form. I mean, that one I was talking about was probably in ribbon form, so I guess ribbon form. But overall, I don't generally like pretzels to begin with. Next question: if you were forced to choose between real porn and hentai for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Hell, man, probably the former, because the latter is more of a you know, man, I don't know, like a special occasion, I guess. It depends on how I feel that day. Anyways, next question: which artists were you most disappointed by when trying to get into them? Oh man, damn, that's actually a good question. I disappointed by when I'm trying to get into them. Man, uh, I don't know which one was the most disappointing. I can only think of Currency. I tried to listen to him. I got really bored. Big Crit. I tried to listen to him. I listened to like 3 or 4 of his mixtapes. Really, just really uninterested. Big Crit probably because I heard so much about him, so highly spoken of and regarded by reviewers and people on this site and in general. So yeah, Big Crit's one of them. Juicy J a little bit. His stuff with 3 6 Mafia is cool, but his solo work I can't. Like it just freaking, and his features just no I can't. It's still disappointing. As far as it right now I can think of. Odell Beckham the third. Oh, freaking stop changing your name, Jay. I'm just gonna keep saying Young Toronto. What's your greatest achievement to date? Greatest achievement? Damn, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but one of them is making it to be damn near 25 as a young black male in this society, especially in the United States of America. And besides that, well, yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't think of much more that comes close. I do have more achievements that I plan on getting, but as of right now, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. I made it. I'm here. Next question: if you were to do a PSA, what would it be about? PSA being public service announcement, I'm assuming. That's a good question. Probably it's freaking messed up, man. Like in my state of mind, honestly, freaking, I'd be a freaking will, and I'd be saying my goodbyes, to be honest. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Next question: what's the most expensive video game that you own? Probably. Well, I mean, video games are all the same price, really. I mean, unless you're counting one of my limited editions, that would probably be my. Damn, I don't know. The most expensive limited edition I probably bought is like the two of the ones I just got recently, like Valkyrie Drive and Steins Gate Zero, because I had to pay for international shipping from the UK, and that's pretty much what boosted up the price. So yeah, I guess you could put it that way. But if we're talking about like expensive, like going for what they're going for online, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'd have to look up the price of every game I have, and I have a whole bunch. So yeah, I don't know. Interesting question though, Jay. And this question is by Wupak now. If you could watch a sitcom where one rapper and one TV show character were unlikely roommates, who would you choose? That's so random. I don't know. One rapper and one TV show character. I have no idea, man. I don't like I want to answer your question, but I just never thought of it before. Like I don't really watch sitcoms much anymore. I used to when I was younger. Another question by Jay. Young Toronto. What would you name your son or daughter? Um, I'm not giving my names out publicly, but I do have some. You can like freaking message me, man. Then I'll tell you if you want. Another question by Wupak. What are your thoughts on Games photoshopping himself into the pics with Pac and photoshopping his butt bigger? I heard about that. That's it's pretty weird. I don't honestly. Game is a cool rapper and everything, but I think that was just like unnecessary. It's freaking weird. Like I don't think it's cool at all. That's how I'm gonna put it. Another question by Young Toronto. If you lost everything tomorrow, whose arms would you run to make everything okay? That's an interesting question. Like my mother, I guess. I mean, I can't really think of any. Like honestly, it'd probably be one of my friends if I was still chilling with them. Like we would be pretty close, but right now it'd be my parents. So yeah, my mother and my father, or no one, myself. I don't know. Like it's an interesting question though. But if I lost everything, would that be my parents also? Like it's a loaded question, man. Next question by Wupak. Which Wu Tang member has the sexiest forearms? Skip. Next question by Young Toronto. What's the difference between living and existing? Well, Well, to me, living means you're alive. Existing just means like you exist. Like Tupac exists, but he's not living. And unless you mean like some kind of like living your life to some kind of purpose more so than just simply existing. And if you talk about that, then yeah, living means doing like it's like a metaphor, I guess. Like doing what you truly want to in life and achieving, and just simply existing is to just be there, not doing anything, man. Like just being there, like a freaking vegetable, like or just suffering. But interesting question. Um, yeah. What bad habits do you want to break? Also by Young Toronto, as well as the next few questions. Bad habits? Honestly, just I don't know if I would call it a habit. My anger, I guess. I just want to be less angry, more happy. I mean, if you consider that a habit, then that's the habit. But besides that, no, I don't really have any bad habits. I don't think, or not at least any that I consider bad that I really want to get rid of. I don't have like any real vices like drinking and stuff like that. So yeah. If you had to teach someone one thing, what would you teach them? I don't know, one thing. It really depends. It's like mad circumstantial. Like if it's like a friend, I'd teach him like how to play video games so we could play video games together. But I mean, if it's just a general thing, I'd teach people how to love and be more caring and considerate and just more empathetic and sympathetic human beings overall. If I have the capability to do so, I would love to do that. Often, as a child, I used to want to be a teacher. I looked up to teachers and everything when I was in school and whatnot for a time at least. So I got older and things changed. So yeah, what is something you hate but you wished you loved? Myself sometimes. I mean, hell, seriously. If a movie was made about your life, what actor would play you? Good question, but I am not sure. It depends what time frame the movie took place and like when. It's freaking. It's complicated. Next question is by Wupak. Which rapper would you suspect of being an alien trying to assimilate into American culture? The hell? Like, one of the ones who freaking mumbles and barely even seem to speak English or any language. Like freaking Little Yachty or like Young Thug or designers. I don't know. Like, I know it was like a joke more so, but I don't freaking know, man. It's just mad random. Riff Raff? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Young Toronto, what song do you secretly like but won't admit to liking? Like, there isn't none. I don't see a point in doing that. Like, ask me about a song. If I like it, I'll tell you. Like, besides that, I mean, there's some songs I like and I won't play in certain situations, I guess, or around certain people, but I'll tell them I like it. But playing it, different story. Um, but if it, I don't know. So yeah, pretty much. This question is by The Real Is Back. What are your thoughts on Christmas? Um, kind of, I answered this before, but I don't really see the purpose of it. I was mentioning this actually earlier before to my mother, I believe. I was saying like people celebrate a holiday or some guy was like born or like the birth and do it by giving each other gifts. Like it's just all weird to me, to be freaking quite honest. And I felt this way for years, but you know. But good question. When did you realize that people had accepted you as an adult? If nobody has, then when do you think they start treating you like one? And that question is by Young Toronto again. I don't think they have. It depends on who. and I think they're start doing it. I mean, it depends on who, but overall, I think they'll start doing it when I actually have like my own, when I'm financially independent, which I have not reached that point in my life, but I want to. It's just certain issues are definitely in the way, you know. But moving on, this question by Woopak. Which user in this thread is your least favorite? What? Like, oh, come on, man. Like, really? There's only like freaking 3 or 4 of you that have posted questions. Like, that's so far from what I'm reading. I'm not done yet. Like none, I guess. Like, you guys are all cool. Like, you know. So yeah, this question is by Young Toronto. What is the weirdest slash funniest thing your mom caught you doing as a kid? I don't like nothing. I guess like I can't think of anything. That's so long ago, man. Like I don't know. I don't know. Probably I don't know, man. I don't even freaking I can't even think about that. I don't know. Woopak asks, what is the worst weirdest thing you caught your mom doing? Damn, that's funny. Um, I'm not gonna say it, but I mean it should be pretty obvious. And let's see. And Young Toronto, what's the name of the first girl you kissed? Oh, yeah. And then Woopak asks, what's the name of the last girl? Oh wait, man, I'm not giving you both, man. Name first girl I kissed. Skipping that one. Woopak, what's the name of the last girl you kissed? Skipping that one. And then they copied each other again. Young Toronto, what's the name of the first girl you fucked? And then Woopak asked the same for the opposite, last. I've talked to you guys before, so you guys already probably know. Like, yeah. Let's see. This question by Young Toronto again. Do you love to hate or hate to love? The hell? Damn, what? So you just freaking tricked me. Do I love to hate or hate to love? Hate to love, probably. Because loving people can be very hard and be very painful. Wolpak asks, where does Hater to Love It rank in games discography? Um, One of my top 10 songs by him. So yeah, it's somewhere in there. And Young Toronto asks, who's your favorite West Coast artist and who's your favorite East Coast artist? Mm, damn, that's hard for different things. Like, yeah, I've had to break it down, like a lyricist or like you just ask artist, like rapper, singer, like you know, whatever. But favorite East Coast artist probably. Man, like I don't know, Tupac, cause he was born in New York and then he lived in like Baltimore for like most of his life. He was in the East Coast, so I'm gonna say Tupac. Screw it. Who's your favorite West Coast artist? I'm gonna say. Damn, it depends on how you define West Coast. Um, I can say as far as lyricism goes, it's gotta be Razcast and Absol. But I also gotta put in actually yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. Those two. Woopak asks, which rapper do you think has done the most to hurt rap's public image? Damn, that's a good question actually. Um, the public image hurt it? Like it's hard to say. I mean, honestly, I gotta say the most. I don't know. I can't give just one. Like a few have done so. Like for one, like I think Wayne has done a little bit. Um, Lil Wayne. I mean, um, Drake kinda, but not as far as um I don't. Well, no, Drake hasn't really heard it. Never mind. Drake didn't hurt it. He changed it a little bit and brought more attention to it, maybe. But I don't think he hurt it. So I take that back. I think Lil Wayne brought a little bit of a hurt to it, though. And I can't think of anyone else right now. Wait, no. A more the more recent artists, like the mumble artists, I think have done so to hurt. But I don't think they. I think they could do more hurt as a whole. But I don't think any single one of them has done a lot of, you know, like just not one person. Let's see. Woolpop, can you fathom having Exhibit in the top five? Not really. I don't even listen to him. It's not anything negative though. Young Toronto asks, moving on. What's the best prank you've pulled on someone? None. I don't really do that. Woolpop asks, what's the meanest thing anyone has ever done to you? That's a good question. That makes me think way too much. This one is taking me a while. I'm just gonna throw one out there. Probably broke up with me for my best friend. I'm gonna go with that one. And I don't care who thinks that sounds like, simp or whatever, or like some Drake stuff, but yes, that was one of the worst things. So yeah, take it. Babusi asked, who is the most overrated new school rapper and why did J. Cole? Oh my god, man, no. Depends on what we're going saying by new school, what year we starting at, like I always say when people ask me about new school. But I'm just gonna say that past 10 years, so from 2006, the most overrated new school rapper to me would probably be not J. Cole, um, like freaking Future, honestly. Like it's freaking overrated to hell. Like he has a song or two or three maybe that I like, but I think he's extremely overrated and he gets a lot of love and people defend him way too much. One Man Band asks, who's your favorite waifu of all time and what is the worst anime you've ever seen? Great question, finally, Austin. Someone asked something about anime. Um, favorite wife. I don't freaking have a waifu, man. Where the hell you guys get this stuff from? But man. Damn, I can't pick a favorite. Just for question's sake, like hell man, just gonna too much. I've played way too many anime games and seen way too many anime. I'm just gonna go with Kyoko Kirigiri from Danganronpa, or Makase Kurisu from Steins Gate, or damn, someone I can't remember the name. Whatever, forget it. Anyways, what is the worst anime you've ever seen? I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I really watched an anime that I didn't like, just some more than others. And if I didn't like it too much, I probably don't remember the name of it. I'd have to like go into my memory and just. I can't think of it right now, so I'm gonna skip that. Yo, you could just like send me a text after I think of it if you really want to know the answer. But moving on. J Hummer the third asked, "What would you watch scat porn if it was hentai?" And I have to answer that as a no. That's freaking weird. Joanna McCrae asks, "Have you ever peed on the side of a highway?" No, I don't think so. Woopak asks, "If you had to marry someone on RG, who would it be?" That I could. There's not many women that I know of on RG, but for argument's sake, Dark Doom Honey, or AKA DDH, or Florida Chick, whatever nickname I have for her at the time. Oh man, I don't know. But yeah, pretty much. Um, Joanna McCrae, if Tiana Trump was still in jail, would you pay her bail? No. Wupak asks, what's your favorite letter of the alphabet? I don't know. Probably R. Or Joanna McCrae asked, if Ticker was real, would he be big? I don't know what the hell you mean by that, but yeah, sure. Wupak asked, if you were a pro wrestler, what would your finisher be? I have no idea. Joanna McCrae asked, if you can get high with Ric Flair, who would get stoned first? Probably me. Wupak asked, what's your interpretation of the Danny Brown line, sent your bitch a dick pic and now she needs glasses? Cause like it popped out of the phone and hit her in the eye and messed up her vision. I don't freaking know. It's weird. Or cause maybe she's farsighted, nearsighted. It's weird, man. I don't think I heard that line before. I don't really listen to Danny Brown. Let's see. Joanna McCrae asked, "What's your interpretation of designer's new language?" Um, I don't know. Like, I don't know what that means. I know he released a mixtape called New English or something, but I didn't like it, so I don't know. Midnight Mercenary asked, "Do you like Wu-Tang Clan?" Like, sure, I guess. I don't really listen to them, honestly. I have their first album. It's pretty cool, but I never went past that. It's too many of them, partially. But they're better than plenty of other people. So, sure. J. Hummer III asked, "When you eat ass?" What the hell? Maybe. It depends on who. Joanna McCrae asked, "Do you ever flip off people when they cut you in traffic?" No, I think I did one time though when someone was honking at me at first. It was something that happened. It was one time, whatever. Woolpock asked, "Do animals have periods?" I don't know. I have no freaking clue. That's weird. Joanna McCrae asked, "Do you like bacon?" No, it gets in my teeth and it's really salty and fatty. I don't really eat it anymore. Woolpock asked, if you had to cook yourself alive, how would you do it? Grilled, fried, broiled, etc. It's freaking weird, man. Why are you even thinking about this? But none. I don't know. Midnight Mercenary asked, would you rather kill yourself or commit suicide? I'm freaking trying to laugh to keep myself from crying, to be honest. Like, whatever. Anyways, Joanna McCrae, that was a freaking dumb question. They're the same thing, man. Like, I'm trying not to laugh, but I'm trying not to freaking cry either. It's been a rough day. Joanna McCrae asked, "Do you like drugs?" What the hell? Do you like drugs with like 7 U's? No. Joanna McCrae asked, when you say you're going to sleep, do you really? Like, I try. Like, sometimes it takes a while, but I try to. Unless something happens, like something happens that I have to give my attention to. Woolpock asked, "What 3 words would you use to describe yourself?" I used to do these a lot as a kid. What words? Um, Honest, handsome, intellectual. Woolpock asked, what would be your weapon of choice in the zombie apocalypse? Man, freaking really depends. I would carry a few. I can't just pick one. But one of them would be a small, lightweight handgun that's easy to fire and everything, like a 9mm. I don't know, man. I don't know. Feel the Funk asked, how could the fall of Death Row Records could have been how could the fall of Death Row Records been prevented from happening? Um, I don't know. I mean, I was gonna say if Tupac lived, but he probably would have left and made his own record label. Multiple things happened. Suge Knight going to jail, Tupac dying, Snoop Dogg leaving were the biggest things in my opinion that caused it. Um, JK Genius 75 asked, "What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?" I don't freaking know what that means, so skip. Gabbles asked, "We never played Gears versus each other, only with each other. But who do you think will win and why? And how hard will the other one get wrecked?" P.S. If you say you'll win, I'll tell you right away. P.S.S. If people are interested, I will live broadcast this on Twitch and everything. On Gears, I don't know. I'm pretty good at it, I think, but I haven't played much. I used to play a lot when I was younger, but that's it. So, hell, it could go either way. I'm not the best at it, though. I'm not really too great at I'm not really the best at these kind of games online. I've been doing a lot of single player and not used to the competitive nature anymore, really. He also asked if you were a popular rapper, would you preach hentai in your lyrics? Oh my god. Damn, maybe. Yeah, I mean, hell, man, if you like something, whatever. Like, hell, some people do it as a joke or whatever, but maybe. He asked another question: if Young Toronto and Wupak squared up against each other, who you got? What do you mean, like, who would I help or who do I think would win? Anyways, I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'd have to see them like both fight and see them like how they're built and everything again, and I don't just like answer that after research. And hypothetically speaking, if you would be banned from the States, which country would you move to and live your life and why? Good question. Probably Canada or the Netherlands. The Netherlands because you're there and you're cool, man. Canada because Young Toronto's there and he's freaking cool too. But Canada is too cold. I would say Australia, but they have a ban on certain video games. I just couldn't do it. And Japan is one. If I knew Japanese, I'd probably book it there. But yeah, pretty much. It really depends on the language and things of that nature. But interesting question. And he asked one more. Have you ever played any of the Dead Rising games? What are your thoughts about it? Nope, I never played any, so just not really interested in them. That's not really my type of genre, really. Joanna McCrae asks, what's 9 plus 10? 19. Or is it? Wupak asks, why is the sky blue? Why is water wet? Why did Judas rap the Romans while Jesus slept? I don't know. Is that like a rhyme from a song? I don't, or is that a legit question? The sky is blue because of the reflection of the water. Water is wet because it's water, and that's the natural, you know, I guess. So why did Judas rap to the Romans about Jesus? I don't know anything about that, like religious stuff. Honestly, I don't know. Joanna McCrae asked if Kanye and Trump had a love child, could he crump? No, I don't know. Woolpack asked, who did you vote for? Nobody. Like, what the hell? What kind of choice was that, man? Like, you know, Anglo Blackson asked, could you beat a nigga's ass if you had to? Probably not, honestly. Not like in a fist fight. Maybe I'd have to like improvise. 69 Savage asks favorite porn stars, and Anglo Blackson asks, what's your favorite porn star? Wow, guys, I don't know. Abella Anderson, Lacey Duvall, Lily Ty, no, Lucy Ty, um, and like Tia Sweets, um, and a few more. I don't freaking remember the names, man. I'm not good at that. Anglo Blackson asked, Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2? Tough question because they're both my favorite games in the Sonic series, but Sonic Adventure slightly because of the actual adventuring aspect of the game. You get to travel around from place to place, talking to NPCs, doing puzzles, figuring out how to get to the next level and everything. You know, it was pretty cool. Um, and it was like, you know, the atmosphere, scenery, and everything that you can explore. It was nice. It was more like open world thing, kind of, even though it was still linear story wise. But it was pretty cool. Sonic Adventure 2, you just went directly from level to level, like with cutscenes in between. There was no actual adventuring, so I don't really understand why they had adventure in the title, even though it was a sequel. Um, Story wise, you know. But yeah, Sonic Adventure. Seiko or Cuckoo, whatever, I don't know. What's your favorite car and which cars would you want to own? Doesn't have to be a car you can afford, but should be a car that you're at least slightly close to being able to afford. Well, man, I freaking honestly I can't afford any car, like, so yeah, that's that. But I don't really need anything too expensive. I seem to be fond of Mazdas, Hondas, things like that. So one of those. I'm not really a car person. I like to drive, but I don't really know the specifics about them mostly besides that. So yeah. Anglo Blackson asks a question that I am skipping. Yeah. Joanna McCrae asks, since you're a porn star, who do you think will win when Tiana Trump runs for president? I don't even know what that means, so I don't know. Young Toronto asks, when is the next AMA happening after this one? And my answer to that is maybe another 2 or 3 months. Depends if people want it again. I can do it again sooner if people actually request it, and if they actually check this one out, see what they like about it and whatnot. But I'm open to suggestions and whatnot. So hey, leave comments and whatnot. And last but not least is one last question by Joanna McCrae. Should I do an AMA? And then shortly afterwards, she opened up her own one. So I guess you answer your own question, and I'll answer it for you. Why not? Go for it. And enjoy it. Have fun. I know I do. So as always, thanks for watching. Once again, this is pretty fun. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Feel free to like the video if you liked it. I'd like to see a more variety of questions from different people this time, because it was just between 4 or 5 people that asked all these questions, which I'm glad they did, no doubt. But more people can ask more questions to get involved. It's something we can all enjoy. Like I said, I like to interact with the community of Rap Genius. It's a pretty active forum and whatnot. So, stay tuned for more. Maybe I might start doing some other videos if I can find the time to record, and the freaking motivation. Yeah, it's rough out there, guys. But yeah, as always, thanks for watching, and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll catch you next time on the third AMA or whatever video of mine you decide to watch after this one. So go for it.